Yay! Hello, everybody. We are, having a great time and doing things and whatever. I think this is the perfect song for as I had to fix myself and a couple of others. But now I can see things, so this will help me just a little bit. So, how is everybody? Welcome to Game of Santos, where we are having the time of our lives.
Is that what we're doing?
I was just about to start singing that song, but I restrained myself.
Time.
And we owe it all to you.
Hey. You do that thing that you do.
Do that
Just
thing
look at me,
you
I'm just a
do.
tiny little head. It's fine. Don't mind my tiny little body. I'm just
now I want to see that movie. That thing you do.
You do. I don't know if I know this
Tom
one.
Hanks, I believe.
I think so. About that
where
band,
it's
right?
it's an early sort of boy bandy kind of thing. Yeah.
Interesting. I have not. I don't know if I know this one. Okay, that one's
You're
fine.
a baby.
Because I'm a baby? Nah, that's probably true.
Just kidding.
To a
Well,
certain
to be
degree.
fair, there's a lot of movies you haven't seen, so yeah.
This is also extremely accurate. All right.
Hey guys, guess what?
What?
We're level 11.
Yeah, we
We're
are.
level 11 now. That's awesome.
That
reached
is
it.
pretty cool.
Oh my god. Look at that,
We need to
Sonder.
have
Look at that
a-
beautiful Sonder footage.
Yay!
There we go. And for now,
to have-
Kindred is being replaced with Sonder art.
Oh.
So you know what? Whenever he pops in, if he pops in, then we will reshift things. But for now, we're here. Breathe.
Can I change the sounder?
I mean, yeah, you can.
Oh, to Kindred Art.
Right.
just put a swirly image of magic or something. So yes, thank you for joining us here today on this lovely Tuesday of September 2021. We are about to play some D&D. We have lovely people here. We have I guess you know what we never do is I never introduce you guys or anything, but we
do make a lot of assumptions.
we
Yeah,
kind of
Everybody
do.
just
We're
knows
like
who we are.
How are
everybody
we
knows.
supposed to know who I am? How am I supposed to know who I am?
How are you
How
supposed
are
to know?
any of us supposed to know who we are?
Don't they have our names underneath us?
Live
Wait.
question.
I'm pretty sure that I'm Iskra. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
Well, when Kidra joins and screws up the rotation, yeah,
I
you
know.
probably might be.
also true. Sonder, are you trying to join again?
I guess so. We'll see what happens.
Oh boy.
I don't
Game of
know
Santos
why or how that
Existential
happened,
Crisis
but
Edition. Yeah.
Every
This is-
day, Taco.
Every day, existential crisis. That is indeed what we are doing. Whoa. Oh no! Panic! He's
Is
setting
it
in.
another?
No, there's nothing yet. It
All right.
unsigned you out. It's fine. You know what? We're just Jesus take the wheel. That's where I'm at right now. At this
Soul
point,
is now a flying what are they called? License plate.
there you are. It's okay. We got it. We fixed it. It's fine. Nobody touch anything. Okay. Oh, wait, there he is. Oh, look, he says he's logging on now. It's fine. So
Into
as we
Tinder, maybe.
Oh, okay, so I'm gonna go with whatever's on the Twitch stream. So directly to my this direction is directly to my this direction. We have Iskra, played by Harriet. We have North, played by Styles. We have Kindred. Oh look, I freaked out for a second because I was like, wait, how did he get in here so fast? Oh, well done, Sonder. Well done. We have Kindred, played by Marcus. Directly this way, we have Sonder, played by Josh, and then Soul, played by David. We also then have Renan over there, played by Mac. Galil, who's also having an existential crisis, is played by Adam. And then we have Ardrin, our lovely Graham.
Well, let's not go with lovely. Let's not go too far here.
You are lovely. Don't even.
Says who?
I do. I say.
Go back to
what
doing
I
your homework,
say.
Adam.
Yeah.
And the DM has the final say. So
Adam's just mumbling to himself. Yeah, he's doing,
he's
He's
studying
doing
for
his-
his owls.
his owls. Oh, is that a?
Oh, W L's. Owls.
Very nice.
You take that. Yeah, you take that compliment. Now, everyone share one fun fact about yourself. Okay, true story. Oh, look, we have an actual kindred. Wait, what are you doing? wait.
Is there a boom mic hanging down?
It is a boom mic. It actually is a boom mic.
Oh, it's your boom mic? I thought you were
Yeah.
doing that on purpose. Well done. I was
That's
very
the kind of
impressed.
photo you see on the news.
Yeah. I was
Oh,
like,
no.
oh.
Wait, where is he actually?
Okay, he is actually
Florida,
in.
man.
Hold on, we can get rid of fake Banan and insert the real one now.
Insert the real one.
Insert the real banana, huh?
Insert.
Is that what you want to
happen?
do?
Oh no,
He's gonna be so confused.
it's okay. Don't worry about it.
That's great.
Just inserted the real Banan. So
There we go.
yeah, we are all
Title
here
of the
now.
episode.
Okay,
It's amazing.
now that we have all assembled, like the mighty Voltron that we are.
You know it.
Late season Voltron, where it's a completely different show.
Yeah,
Different characters.
Yeah.
We got a cutout version of you while we waited for you to come.
Yeah. Sonder was a genius. It's a freaking magical genius. All
I now
right.
have 2 pictures of you. On my
We are just going to jump right in this because let's just do that. Let's just do that thing. And we'll figure it out as we go. Welcome to Jurassic Park, except it's not.
We've spared every
Because
expense.
we have tried so many expenses. But season 3.
a
Oh,
book with like a bra hanging over it.
Oh my god.
wow.
I mean, it would fit.
Would it though? Would it fit? I don't know. It
So a
might.
book without its cover.
It's a book holster.
Hey, a book holster.
Caleb.
Oh my goodness. I can't with you guys. All right. Welcome to Game of Santos, where we play D&D and stuff. For those of you who
What do we
are
do?
joining us, we do have an About section. I always forget to mention this. We do have an About section that should be just below you guys under the channel screen. And you will see there a small little recap about like our current story arc, some of the characters at play, both the good guys and the bad guys. What else is down there? We have a link to our YouTube channel is there, which will also be posted in chat from time to time.
That music is getting wild.
It's because it's feeling my energy of
Oh gosh.
anxiety. What else is down there? We have a new thing for questions that you can submit questions there. So I just added that today, so we'll see how that works out. What else do we have? Iskra has to do her Destiny dance to this music. I think we'll do that. I'll put that. Yeah.
Aggressively focusing on the camera.
Yes. We'll put that as one of the things you can turn in your points for to make us do Destiny dances or something. We'll figure something out. I don't know. But emphasis on and stuff. Adam.
Getting louder
Speaking
and
into
louder.
the darkness.
You want to mute yourself?
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Poor boy. I feel so bad.
Wingardium
but-
Leviosa.
So-
The Abyss
Not
really had an
Leviosa.
impact on it.
Yeah, that's what we're just gonna pretend to see this. Okay.
Voices,
The voices. So to recap,
The Abyss is still affecting him, definitely.
it will never stop. Let us start with our yes. Let us go into a little recap. So last we left off in Game of Santos, the brigade have escaped Veltalar, fleeing on the airship Reclaimer, piloted by our Captain Alina, a wizened, older gnome woman who likes to smoke twigs. It's what she does. Galil came in on his knight as a knight in shining armor, except that the shining armor was actually an airship. Rescued you guys from certain doom after your defeat of Valravan, and a little bit of a mercy from the Red Wizards, oddly enough. As you guys fled deeper into the Yorewood, you found a place guided by your new allies, Ardrin, and his fellow members of the Underground, a group that has been trying to rescue those who have been taken or stolen by the Watch, as they are used as cattle, basically, for the Thayan armies. To feed the Thayan army construct, or something along those lines. You have landed yourselves in a small druid's grove known as the Cluster, a place that is run by the druid Vian. She, a strange young woman with white hair and an affinity for spiders, it would appear, has a little hideaway where they use it as a kind of go-between for those who are being sequestered out of this realm, trying to get away from the Red Wizards and such. You guys had a feast. There was some interchange of information as you guys learned that the information you had found in the Castle Veltalar had helped put together some pieces of a puzzle, namely where the Red Wizards were getting these massive amounts of hobgoblins that they use in their armies, and where all the people that were being taken by the Red Wizards, where they wound up. And now, as the night had approached its finale, an offer was made to both North and Kindred, as they had sort of been victimized by the Empire in this spell or ritual that had turned them into, or had tried to turn them into, things that they were not. So
Right back. Delivery's here. Sorry.
So, as we had left off North, you had a conversation with this woman, Vian, as she had then kind of helped you with your mind a little bit and kind of cleared up some of the fog of the memories that you have had locked away since you had been reborn, as it were, a half-human, half-hobgoblin hybrid. You now have seen all of these past events that had led you from the Druids of the Sands temple and hideaway as you ventured across the Thayan Empire and found your way back home. You stand here at the edges of the village as you had come back. Your mind now opened, as it were, to all that past. And she kind of pulls her hand away from you and stares at you. I hope that helps, she says.
Thank you.
Normally I would not try and undo or unravel someone's mind so quickly, but I felt like it might come in handy.
It's a lot to take in.
There's still much that is left in that mind, but I feel like it will come back in time. At the very least, you know now, as I guess so do I, where it was that you came from. You confirmed everything that I had suspected before. You said you had thought about my offer. It's not going to be the most comfortable of things, but this sort of magic rarely is. And it's a lot better than the alternative that your friend went through. I can at least promise you, I will not have to kill you.
Well, that's the best promise I've had in a while.
That sounds rather bleak.
Well, you know hardships better than anyone, I bet.
I suppose a little. I have seen more hardships than I myself have actually gone through. I count myself lucky. It could have been far worse.
Well, what's the plan now?
Well, allow me to return to my abode and I will gather the things necessary. I have told Sol that he's going to be assisting me with this. I haven't worked with another druid, not in a long time anyway.
Oh, wow. Well, okay, as long as he doesn't turn me into a goat.
Did you want to be a goat?
No.
I do seem to recall there is a strange amount of goat-like references to your group, at least from the information that I passed down to me.
It's apparently an inside joke. I'm barely in on it.
Well, you know, to each their own, I suppose. If they have a tendency to want to be goats, then I suppose
there are worse spiders.
There are worse creatures out there that you can imitate. I do have my spiders, and she kind of looks up and around at the web-filled forest that you are currently in and around. You see one of them is this little like white and orange spider kind of just crawls up her shoulder from like behind her somewhere and just like peers at you with its numerous little eyes. Beady little eyes. And it says, hello! It doesn't say that. I'm just saying. So, allow me to get my things. If you wish, just to wait for me outside of my abode and we'll take care of this for you.
Alrighty. And then I'll gather myself and walk over.
Okay. You guys, those of you who, I'm just trying to remind me, who was it that had already gone to bed? Because I know some of you had already.
I think Soul was on his way to try going to bed.
Okay, because I remember Iskro had stayed behind to talk to some of the freed prisoners and such, right?
This is correct.
And then I think Sonder, you had stayed with her as well whenever they were talking. Renan, you had gone back up to the trees. Okay. Arjun
hung around kind of the fire and around some of the people, but
okay. So you
not
guys
so much interacting as much kind of just sort of keeping nearby.
okay.
Don't forget Renan.
Kindred, what about you?
I said I was going to bed. I put the girls to bed.
Oh yeah.
And then I, trying to occupy myself, checked up on Twiggy.
Oh yes, that's right.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
I went to bed, by the way.
Thing through
You did go
the
to bed?
fact
Okay.
that she had offered to turn him back. Her back.
Do what?
Mhm.
Kindred is probably still processing through the fact that
Oh,
she
yeah.
offered to turn her back.
Yes. Although if given a moment, I do want to check on something.
Sure.
Okay, so after checking in on Twiggy and just being like, huh, Soul like this in the morning. So and I found out the girl's name was Debbie. Or not Debbie, it was Abby.
Abby and Nina, right?
Yes.
Let's say
So-
Debbie.
I think she needs to have an accent. She needs to be like, Abby. My name is Abby.
Abby. Hi, my name's Abby.
No.
I will
Exactly.
teach her that. But anyway, when checking and asking about her parents, she said
Oh,
her
no.
what? She said her dad's name was Leomund.
Mhm.
And coincidentally, I happen to know a very, not personally, a very powerful wizard who invented a hut. Any connection? Yeah, man.
I don't know.
Wake up! No.
I have questions for you. Why are you shaking me?
The drama continue, little girl. Oh, wait, that's terrible.
Right?
So yeah, finding lots of little things to try to occupy my mind, not face the problem I should be facing, probably.
Oh
I'm
my
sitting
goodness!
thinking,
Do you mean Kindred is deflecting? Change. That never
Counterspell.
happened.
Counter spell. Go on.
Yeah, I just wanted to check on that, and there was one other thing. Oh yeah, that's what it was. So it's still that night, right?
Yes.
Do I still have it? I want to cast Descending Spell to Carp, if I
Okay.
can.
Sure. I love that
Hey.
your magic circle is like taking up part of your arm because it covers the book. No, you're fine. Which is funny. His magic is great.
Hey, I could really need someone to talk to right now. I have the chance to return to my old self. Is it 20 or 25?
20,
Okay.
I believe.
So then, yeah. That was 25. Sending.
Sending.
Where's it at? $25. Okay.
25. Okay.
Any guidance? And just kind of hope he returns the jester.
I hope he picks up my phone. Left on red.
Scene.
Scene, right? You see the little dots going and then nothing comes back.
What is he typing?
It's like this whole, he's like, he must be typing this elaborate thing, and it's just like, K. You get your response like a couple moments later. Are you alive and well? I'm glad to hear that. What kind of guidance do you need?
Does this feel
I'll
like
see.
I can talk
I will see what I can do. And that's it.
That's my last spell. Actually, I will though. I got this body because of actions I made. I think I want your approval and acceptance to change back.
You don't get any reply right away. You start to wonder. Your mind starts racing through various like possibilities of what his response might be. Go to sleep. That's it.
Begrudgingly, I remember when I told him what to do when his bedtime was. I'm not gonna let him tell me that.
No, the tables have turned.
But yeah, I'll go to sleep, but I don't want to say I get a restful night's sleep. It's kind of like tossing and turning a lot.
Iskra and Sonder, while you guys are there talking with the refugees, and you have now had a few of them, more than a few, express interest in returning to Atet. One of them, of course, I'm like, oh yeah, I was gonna do this thing, and then I moved my papers around. You know what? One of them comes over after kind of having been sitting separately from the rest of you. A woman, probably like, I was gonna say middle ages, and then I realized that middle of her life somewhere. Not in the Middle Ages, but you know what I mean.
We're all in the middle.
We're all in the Middle Ages. Duh. You know what I mean. I cannot think of the term for that, but we'll say she's in like her late 40s. She comes over to you.
Middle-aged?
Middle-aged. Thank you. That's what I was looking for.
I was wondering why you weren't going for the most obvious use
because
of
it's too
possible.
obvious, and clearly it wasn't the one that I was looking for.
I mean,
that
were
is
you
exactly
reaching
what I
out
was
for,
looking
like
for.
Pre-menopausal? I mean, what was...
No, you're in the Middle
I was in that
Ages.
same boat for a second. I was like, if middle-aged doesn't work, like
No, that's what I was. That's the word that I could
early stage menopause, like what do you want?
No, it was
So this
middle-aged.
vodka aunt walks up to
Is she a debutante?
Yeah. She does kind of have the look of someone who probably led a wealthier life.
Blanche.
But her clothes now look dirty and torn and ragged, like she's been wearing the same dress for a while. At least that's what you have noticed, because I remember that they are also all wearing their silkies now. But you have noticed her before whenever you guys were escaping, and she had been one of those prisoners. I don't mean to intrude on your conversation with the rest. What do you?
What's on your mind?
Everyone has been speaking of this city that you were talking of, and We are supposed to be taken south to find refuge, who knows where. What are you all going to do?
We're likely headed into more danger. That's where we'll be more useful to try to stop the kind of thing that happened to you to happen to the rest of the world.
You're going into the Empire.
Yes.
I used to make trips into Thay with my husband. It was him that they were looking for, and he didn't make it.
I'm sorry.
I'm sure it's more of a matter of the shock of it all. And I'm sure I will have my time to grieve. But I wanted to make sure that you knew that I was extremely grateful for what you and your friends have done. It may not have been the happiest of endings for everyone, but I can promise that he would not have wanted to become whatever it was that they were planning for us. And in some ways, perhaps death is much better of a result. I can't say that I am exactly thrilled at the prospect of finding a new life. But I would like to help however I can to stop this from happening to others. If I may be of some help to you all, I've been speaking with your captain. However I can help, I'm willing to learn. I know that you said you are going into more danger, and I'm not... I don't possess the skills that you do. But I know a little. And she kind of raises her hand, and with her like very small, dainty fingers, starts casting this one little spell and creates 3 little orbs of light that start rotating around her hand.
The deadlights.
My husband was more of a merchant and knew how to transmute things. I don't know much of his abilities, but I had a faint knowledge of my own. She like changes the way the colors start like rotating around you and start like dancing in and amongst the flames of the fire that is in front of you. As I said, I don't know what I can do exactly, but I am willing to go and help you fight. If you will have me. If there is room, of course. I don't want to put anybody out of their bunks or anything on the ship, but I couldn't imagine going and trying to live a mundane life after this.
I want to take her hand between mine and say to her, I won't deny you the chance to try to make things better. If you want to come with us, that's fine by me. I can't guarantee we'll make it out of this.
That's fine.
But having someone who knows the Empire, that could help.
We sold robes to them, Little did we know we were going to wind up soldiers for them, or whatever it was that they had planned.
We will talk to our group and give you a decision by tomorrow. But
I appreciate it.
I agree with Risker. You know the Empire.
I mean, I
Listen to
don't, I
us.
wouldn't say all of it. I just, we made occasional trips. I know a few of the merchants there within at least the border cities. If we happen to go that direction, then perhaps I could be of some use.
I understand the passion of wanting to make things right.
She kind of smiles weakly.
We can teach you what we know,
I would appreciate that.
and I'll look to Iskra for confirmation.
I nod.
I'll smile lightly and then I think I'm going to head to bed.
I'm sorry, I'm terribly rude. I didn't catch your names.
It's Iskra. I hesitate for a moment, whereas almost
Right,
saying
I almost-
Delia, my
Yes.
fake name.
I would say Drex. Sonder.
It was a pleasure meeting you both.
No bow.
My name's Fanch.
Funch.
I'm going to go to bed. Good night.
Good night, Fanch.
Good night.
She bows.
So, guys, I have
and
to
walks
say
away.
it. When she asked for y'all's name, the thing that came into mind was that old, like, English video of the kids dancing and singing, like, "Hi, my name is Becca." And my
I'm
name...
Joan to you.
Yeah.
And my name is Abby. No.
And my name is Abby.
What did I come
These are
back
my
to?
drawings.
This. Okay.
How was your
Well,
paper?
you came back
Did you
into
do well
this.
on the paper?
I don't know. I just sent it in 4 minutes ago.
May the
You feel
force be
confident.
with you.
And
You
also
did
with
well.
you.
I'm sure it's gonna be great. I'm sure it's gonna be great. Worry not. All right. So, as
I die, can I be Finch?
yes, you can be Fanch. This is for you. This is for you, Shelby.
You mean French or French?
No, Fanch. Fanch. That is how you
Oh,
spell
I
her
thought
name.
you said bench with a V.
You can teach her to fight with a branch.
Oh no! What have I done? All right. Anyway,
It's called a launch. Hello.
Renan, are you cognizant or are you kind of doing your meditation?
Wait, did
I'm
Oh,
I'm going up to do trance, but always cognizant.
with Finch?
You gonna go in your trance on a branch with Fanch?
Oh my gosh.
No. Anyway,
Fancy
Can
trance.
you see anything at a quick glance?
It kinda smells like ranch.
What I'm gonna do.
He's only wearing pants.
Fanch.
What's happening?
Do you know it? It's okay.
You're just
Catch a
I
having a
don't
stroke.
even.
Don't worry about it.
I don't
Banana is
even know.
dancing.
Galil.
Yeah, we don't, I don't
know.
think. I don't think we know
Only eats
either.
Foods that are blanched.
Oh my
If
god.
you wrote a
Closing
letter,
so many
Shut
windows.
the fuck up.
if you wrote a letter to Hircinos, would he use Comic Sans?
No. No.
No.
Okay, so Iskra, you going to bed?
One more thing.
Sure. No, go. You do what you...
Hopefully. Okay, two more things.
Sure.
So, still kind of sitting there as the fire starts to cool, I imagine. I look to Ardrin. Say, warrior. And I acknowledge him.
I feel like we've gone past that a wee bit.
I never really did introduce myself to you either. So, it is Iskra.
Ardrin.
How did you get involved in all of this? Have you known Vian long, or were you from Veltalar?
As you might have guessed from my countenance, I was from the Underdark. Spent some time wandering about in the Feywild and eventually ended up here. And Vian helped me reacclimate to this part of the material plane. And then I kind of saw what was going on and decided I had a few skills I could put to use. Long and short of it, anyways. Yeah. Like, at the end of the day, most of us kind of do what we can when we're pressed with it. How did you get swept up into all this nonsense?
Like you, I'm not exactly from here. It was an accident at first.
Usually
but-
is.
My traveling companions are my friends now, and they're important to me, and I feel like I can make a difference here. And I think that this might be more important than we know.
What I've been doing lately is, he kind of looks back at the group of people that have started to file out, I guess, and start to make their way towards bed. I'm mostly just running around putting out fires. At the end of the day, I kind of rather be doing some of what you're doing. Putting boot to teeth where it needs to go, but somebody's still got to be doing this work.
It's a lot, honestly. We don't get many days like this.
No, I
Restful
don't
ones.
imagine you would.
I'm sure we have rooms on the reclaimer if Ian can spare you.
Might be something worth talking about, but I'll say this. You were obviously there on your own mission, and I kind of co-opted you to help me on mine. I was serious when I said I would help you on yours once mine was done. I don't know if I'm going to be able to complete that promise, since I may have to help some of these people get down south. But I mean, we're talking about. But I do have one question for you, and I would really appreciate a truthful answer, if you can spare it.
I kind of give a sideways smile. No promises. What do you got?
What the shit is up with the goats?
Sol can seem like a gentle guy, but he's a pretty powerful druid. He's used the goats to great effect, and we've
Well, that I saw.
played pranks on each other with one before as well. Galil, who you don't know very well, hunted in the mountains on our way to Silvery Moon. It's far in the north. So, just kind of a growth of that. Nothing super surprising, despite the suddenly in the name.
Well, they did show up pretty suddenly. I was just wondering if there was more to it than that. Because clearly that wasn't the first instance of them suddenly being goats.
I laugh. It's like, no, and I don't think it'll be the last either. They keep working to get us out of scrapes.
Well, they did seem pretty darn handy. So did a lot of you. It kind of gestures again to the people kind of further disappearing down into sort of the spider cabins that we seem to have accrued here. Just I think at the end of the day, they'd be
managed
pretty
to
grateful
work
for
well together,
some
yeah.
goats too. So
You know, inexplicably, sometimes I think everyone individually is pretty skilled. We're starting to figure out how to work together as a team, I think.
how long you lot been running around together?
Them a lot longer than I have. For me, really, what, a month, maybe? Not even.
Oh shit. Pretty darn committed to their realm of shenanigans, are we?
Yes, it seems so. I wouldn't doubt any of them when it comes to trying to follow through on this, defeating the Thayans.
What does that look like to you?
What, defeating Thay? I'm not sure exactly. I mean, I know they're an empire now and they weren't before, so putting a stop to that. And letting magic users be free to be themselves. And if there's anything more sinister looking, hiding anywhere, putting a stop to that too.
Pretty simple when you put it like that, huh?
I don't think too hard about the future. I just kind of point myself in a direction and hope it works out.
You did mention to that little lady over there that you were planning to keep on putting boot the teeth. Where's your next port of call?
I don't think we know just yet.
Suppose that's a conversation in the morning.
For sure.
I should probably let you get a bit of rest.
Likewise, it's been a long day for everybody.
Yep.
Hopefully no more near-death experiences before we go to sleep.
Oh. Spiders everywhere. Never know.
You're joking about that, right?
Watch it up.
Love it.
Yes! That was amazing.
He is scrub bits scrustified.
Oh my god. Okay.
It is funny that you mentioned that bit with the goats, Galil, the prank, because that's the first episode I can remember watching.
Nice.
Amazing.
Oh, the goat head.
Mm-hmm.
And it all comes full circle.
Amazing.
Yeah, just remember I decapitated it.
And then levitated it.
Oh yeah, it was a whole thing.
Pyrotechnics. There were giant snakes.
Yeah.
Before Ardrin goes to bed, he's just gonna wander the village because he's pretty used to it at this point and kind of used to being last to go to sleep to a certain extent because he can see rather perfectly in the dark. Just making sure that everybody kind of gets to where they should be for their own sake.
Yeah.
The village is pretty safe, but I wasn't entirely joking with Iskra.
All right. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Cool.
North and Soul.
Ugh. 11.
11. Okay. For the most part, everyone seems to have kind of already wandered into their respective little tunnels and homes. Your eyes kind of wander up into the tree line above, and you can see perched on a branch the relaxed form of Renan, as he seems to be in a familiar trance-like state that you elven folk kind of recognize amongst each other. Sol and North. Vian leads you down into the tunnels beneath her home and into a room where you see is prepared a open space with a couple of those like little mushrooms that kind of hang around the top parts of this burrow to provide light for where you are at. She leads you north over to the center, and as she leads you and she takes your hand, she then grabs for your other, and into your palms she places two small, almost rectangular stones. These you must hold on to throughout this ritual, okay? I want you to relax. This is going to be strange, but I guarantee you it is not the strangest thing that we can do. And she kind of looks over to Sol with a little wink.
Sol doesn't know what to do, so he awkwardly winks back and doesn't know why he's winking back.
Perfect. She reaches a hand out over the center of this empty room, and so you recognize the magic of a sort of like plant growth as she starts to weave her hand in a circle, and these vines and roots pull up from the ground and start like twisting and moving in a way that kind of grows from the ground itself and eventually starts filling out to make this like table-like surface for you to lay on, and like the leaves kind of fill out on top to kind of give you a soft space. Go ahead and lay down, and if you wouldn't mind disrobing until you are comfortable. She goes over to the edge of the room and picks up a couple of urns and jars and hands one over to Sol. This is essence of ginger. Make sure to apply it well. And then she goes back to a couple of other like reagents and things that she has in the corner and starts shifting and pulling things out.
You want me to apply this to North
Yes, please.
and all over?
As much as he would let you.
Okay.
While being a soldier and also being dead, I kind of have no fears, so I just strip down to everything.
Strip down to everything. Got it. She comes back around, and Sol comes over and starts like, it's almost like this like honey. It's sticky, but it smells of ginger and earth. And the other jar that she opens also, like, it just, they're all, I wouldn't say that pungent is like a word that you would use for like something bad, but this is not
seed of
like
life.
No, okay. It's not like it's
Pungent is commonly used as a negative, but it is
Yeah.
not inherently a
Yeah.
negative.
it's just it smells really strong. It's almost like almost like Vicks, you know, the vapor rub. It's like a very medicinal
Oh,
smells
yeah, it
that
gets
start
right
filling.
under the nose.
Yeah, it starts clearing up the passages. So as you lay down on this altar,
Your
she
head and cough.
she holds out a what almost looks like a dream what's it called, dream catcher, that is made of like twigs around the edges and is wrapped with spider silk in and around it. And she lays down, she puts this on your chest. All right, now for the weird bit. And she kind of looks up,
Oh,
and
wow.
she makes like this little chittering sound, and from the roof of this room, a few spiders like lower and bring strands of thread down to the edges of this table, and then back up, climb back up, and back down. And they move. There's 5 of them, and they kind of just move in tandem as they create this web that kind of surrounds you, encloses you. And like slowly but surely, it starts weaving so thickly as it almost makes like a wall that you cannot see outside of this cocoon between the ceiling and the altar. And the spiders are on the outside, so you can kind of see like the vague shadows of them as they crawl across, and then they recede up into the ceiling to disappear. And from the other side, are you all right in there?
Yes. And I'm just kind of like clenching my eyes shut, trying not to think that I'm being cocooned right now.
Try not to wiggle around too much.
You got it.
This is where it gets interesting. And you hear collectively a snap. It's almost like the tearing of like paper at once, just like a ripping sound. And the walls collapse over you. And we're gonna switch scenes. So, let's see. Galil, you have gone to bed, you said, right? And
Yeah.
Kindred, you as well, correct?
Yeah.
Iskra, as you go into your room and start to get comfortable. This is where the fun begins. We have all of these things happening simultaneously. You close the little curtain to your room. I think you get a room to yourself if you want, unless you're wanting to share with like Kindred or anybody else.
Usually I share with Kindred, but if there's
Okay.
space for me to be on my own, then I guess that's what I'll do.
No, girls slumber party. Woo! No. The last one. No.
All right. So as you prepare for bed and the glowing of the little mushrooms in this like underground burrow, part of the wall you notice starts to create a circle from top to bottom.
Does it
And
look magical in nature?
make a perception check for me.
I hella fail. It's a 6.
It definitely looks magical. What kind of magical is hard to tell, because around this edges of this circle, like, you can see that the earth of the wall raises itself away from the wall a little bit. And as it does so, it seems to pull at strands of webbing that were unseen before on the surface of the wall. And it just kind of like, as it lifts in this weird little circular thing, it starts to lift upwards, almost like a little hatch. Are you familiar with the kind of spiders that have like a little like trap door that they kind of use? So it's kind of basically one of these, only it's about 2.5 to 3 feet wide. It just kind of opens.
I
and
back up.
Don't worry, it's just the maid.
And from beneath the lid, little fingers curl and lift up to reveal a small figure in a cloak. I hope I didn't catch you at a bad time again. And you recognize the voice as your friend and handler, the small half-orc boy.
I'm like half dressed, but I look down at my like tattoo.
And you can just see
I'm
it barely start to pulse a little bit.
Ugh. I was gonna search for a door around here, and I didn't think I was gonna find one. So I'm glad that you knew what the heck was going on.
He kind of like chuckles to himself. Yeah, it was a little strange trying to find a door around here myself, considering that there are none. But luckily enough, some of these little trap doors exist around this place. He steps out carefully in what you recognize as Ravnican clothing. Kind of like brushes some dirt and pebbles off of his clothing.
You were back home recently?
Oh yeah, I been kind of just keeping an eye on things while you were gone. That's part of the thing that we do. If you are
Appreciate
sent
that.
away on a mission, then your handler kind of remains in your home plane just to make sure that nothing goes crazy while you're gone.
Thank you. That feels good to know.
That being said, I couldn't help but overhearing that you had some things come up recently.
Oh, so you can hear that? I was wondering if maybe tapping on the tattoo earlier, or if this was a coincidence.
A little bit of both. I was kind of gonna check on you anyway, but yeah, I can kind of listen. At least think of it as like certain words trigger a response.
Okay. I've got something to show you, but I gave it to Kindred.
Why did you give it to her?
Renan said it would be a good idea to keep it safe. He didn't know if it had some kind of magical effect on it, or...
Yeah, no, it's fine. You're probably that's probably a good thing. It's just it just kind of complicates things a little bit, but you know what? No. You need to kind of go and ask for it back, if you want. Just describe it to me first. I just want to make sure that this is what it sounded like it was.
Okay, so it kind of like a funky looking and symbol necklace. There's like a diamond shape. It's open on the top, and some lines coming down from it.
I think I know what you're talking about. Did it look like this? And he kind of like holds his hand up and just traces his fingers in the air, and it creates this like after image. You've seen like when they do it in photographs where they kind of like trace light in the air and it makes an image.
Disney Channel.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what it was. Nicely done.
Have a wand.
There you go. You got the one.
And you're watching Disney Channel.
So he does that, and he recreates the symbol that you had seen on that necklace. Was it like this?
So he did in fact draw the symbol.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's the one.
All right. Well, I didn't realize that there was more here. Sorry. I should have been paying more attention, I guess. Could have been keeping an eye out on them, I guess, or something.
Hey, whoa, slow down a minute. More what?
Oh, this is gonna get really weird. Okay, so I think Renan told you a little bit about those groups of chaos kind of things, the bad guys.
Yeah, a little.
Normally we try and keep track of when one of those people is around in a world. There's usually signs. Call it a disturbance, if you will. Like they leave ripples behind everywhere. Places where he should not be, or he or she or they or whatever should not be there. And it kind of messes with things. The thing is, recently they've gotten really good about hiding. And remember how I said that you were supposed to be here for a purpose? Like, it's important that you're here. It's why there's two of you here, you and Renan, right?
Yeah.
Your purpose is to keep your friends alive.
Okay, good. I intended to do that anyway, so that works out.
Right. The problem is, if these people know you're here or are starting to be here, because that Valravan guy is kind of not the first one in this realm. There was another one recently that we found out about. One of your friends already took care of him, but he wasn't supposed to be here either. And the fact that there's two of them so close together kind of tells me, or tells us, that they're starting to notice.
So is it the fact that Renan and I are here, or is there something more?
No, because they weren't after you. And it's kind of hard to tell you because there are things that I'm not supposed to say because it can mess things up or whatever, but this just gets so complicated. I'm going to have to try and talk to the people above me and see what it is they want me to do. But keep your eyes out. I know that this is kind of like what you've been doing already, but these people, the dissonant, they go by a lot of names. These agents of chaos, I guess. They are the very opposite of what we are. And they will do anything to try and stop whatever it is we are interested in, and vice versa. That's just the way it's always been. So if they think that we have sent you here for a particular purpose that's going to increase their interest in whatever is going on, and that's where it gets tricky, because I want to tell you everything so that you know how things are supposed to be or what they are supposed to be. But the more I tell you, then that means that the more you know, and then that means the more that they might find out, bringing more of them here and thus making it your job harder.
Okay.
Sorry,
I can accept that.
Don't mean to be getting louder or whatever. It's kind of over my head a little bit.
No, that's fine.
And I'm trying to explain it as best as I can.
Those guys are bad guys. We're the good guys. There's more of them. That's a problem. Keep our eyes open. Do they have any special abilities or anything I need to know about to keep us safe?
It could be anything. That's the problem. This guy was kind of weird. He had made himself a whole little group of super policemen to try and take out magic users. I mean, who does that? This whole world's filled with magic people. What was he expecting to accomplish?
That was a problem, though. I got hit by one of them, and it knocked me not out, but
there are certain rules
took
to
away my power for a while.
There are certain rules to this universe that are absolute, I guess, and then there are some things that work better in other places, if that makes sense. Where he's from, they killed everyone that could use magic. And I guess that's what he was trying to do here. He just knows how to get around the rules. His group, the watch people will have to be dealt with eventually, but without him, they might find themselves having a little harder of a time since he's the one who knew everything. Just keep an eye out for people or things that don't belong here. I mean, you don't belong here, but that's because we brought you here, so that's a little different. But you know what I mean? Like, that should be your first red flag. If it feels like it doesn't belong in this place, keep an eye on it.
Oh, speaking of, Vienne is very perceptive. She knew Renan and I aren't from here. I don't know if you know her. She's the spider
Oh,
lady
yeah.
owns this place.
She's a little strange, but I'll let you in on a secret. She doesn't belong here either. But she's kind of like doesn't belong here adjacent. She's from one of your other planes. She's just not from this one. So she doesn't come from far away like you do or Renan, but she's just a neighbor.
Okay.
She should be all right though. I'll look around just in case.
I nod, trying to take it all in.
I'm sorry to keep like dropping in and then unloading all of these volumes of encyclopedia knowledge or whatever, but I'm trying to bring you in as quick as I can up to speed. And I know it's kind of not always the best timing. Just
Well, I don't get a lot of privacy, so I get it.
yeah. I know you guys were talking about telling everybody else about, what you were doing, what he's doing, who you are.
Right, that. So I know we're supposed to be secret.
Yeah.
The last time the group found out that I was keeping secrets, they weren't very happy with me. I'd like to be honest if I can, but if I can't, I can't.
If you feel like it's important, it's going to help you out, tell them. If you feel like it'll help. I just try and keep the questions from getting too deep, and I'll try and help however I can.
Me not knowing very much then is a good thing.
Okay. Do you want me to I'll go right now if you want. I can go wake her up or whoever you want to tell. I'll just do it I'll go with you.
Wait, what? Really? Like, that's not, it won't break some rule, you won't get zapped away or...
Like 5 or 10 rules, but if it's important and you think it'll help, there's a little bit of leeway there.
At this point, Kindred rolls over like, "Of course you're important, Iskra."
Like,
I get away with it
smile
for a
a
whole
little.
different reason.
I don't know if we need to go that far, right? I don't want to cause something. I mean, you're all right in terms of, I don't know who my boss would be if they got rid of you, right? So
You're kind of stuck with me for a little bit. We're kind of short-staffed. It's fine.
COVID got them too.
It's a management problem. It's not mine.
Most people are working from home nowadays.
I kind of tense my jaw a little when he says we're short-staffed. It's like, oh great, extra dimensional conflict. These guys are short-staffed.
Like I said, if you want me to do it with you, I can go with you if it'll help. But just if they start asking too many questions, you're gonna have to back me up. I can't answer everything.
It's all right. You've placed a lot of trust in me. I will be able to handle this.
I'll be watching if it helps.
Hey, if I need to get a hold of you, then you said certain words will kind of get your attention. Is there something I can say or
You can just like say my name. If no
Okay.
one is around you, just say, you know, say my name. Say my name.
I'm giving you
Wear it out.
everything.
Say my name.
Say you'll be there. You know, okay.
No one is around you. Say
Yep.
There you go. Now you got it.
Say my name. Say my name.
Okay.
I knew that's what he was going for. I just went. I said,
Um, yeah.
Okay, well,
I guess I'll go back and he looks back into the little like trap door that's like filled with webs and kind of tunnels down into the darkness. Like I guess
did you want that necklace?
it's all right. Now I know for sure that you're for sure that I'm for sure that that's what it is. I'm not gonna be able to do anything with it, but
I'm
I
so
can
glad
tell.
I don't have a handler that's actually from the group, because these people need to have a conversation with HR about training and.
Be careful, okay? And like I said, I'll kind of be listening a little more closely than I have been. Oh, by the way, what's with that place that's off Griffin Street, kind of down by where your old house was? I thought I was gonna have good food there, but it's not.
Oh, might be under new management. I remember it being okay.
Anyway, I was just curious. I'll talk to you later. He kind of like lifts the flap of the lid up and starts to step in, and then he looks back at you. You're gonna be good.
Oh, just never get the special though.
A little late. He kind of like rubs his stomach a little bit. Oh God! And then he kind of disappears.
Why does that give me the Sandlot vibes? Like when Babe Ruth stepped out of the post.
Leaving you
Legends
in the
never
quiet
die,
as like,
baby.
and as that like lid closes up, it almost seems to like reseal itself and is almost nearly indistinguishable from the rest of the wall.
I like sigh and is the bed here just kind of like a shelf made of dirt or like
It's kind of more like a giant throw mattress pillow that's been like set up on the ground. It's super soft and like very almost downy feeling, but it's not like raised off the ground or anything. And it kind of sits enough of a slope to where the slope of the wall kind of creates a little bit of a rest. There's pillows there too, but it kind of like gives you a nice little semi-reclined laying position.
I plop myself down on that and ponder exactly what we should do. And let myself nod off.
Alrighty. Sonder,
yes.
you've been a bad boy.
What I do?
No, I'm just kidding.
What's
happening?
Guy.
Get ready for your punishment.
Teleportation
We're gonna be in the
circled
break
off to
room
Princess
while
for a while.
Sonder and the DM go at
Report
it.
to the
Yeah,
report to the principal's
on
office.
break.
Report to the
How many
principal's
points of
office.
exhaustion does he get this time?
Report to the principal's office.
He's gonna walk
Saunders
all
gonna be saying
bow-legged
his
to the
name.
cleric.
Oh my
Okay.
I have to sleep with the Spider Princess as well.
No. There's. As you fall
Got a
asleep,
special toy for you.
as you fall asleep,
Oh.
your dreams replay
They
the
look
events. Replay the events of the day. fighting the watch. The flurry of their moves against you. The times that you would use your key as you had pummeled into both Watch Monk and Valravin and the others that were there, fighting the giant serpent creature, your fists flying with this like blue silver energy that kind of gave extra oomph to every strike that was made against the enemies here. The ferocity that you felt burning within you of righteous justice as the flames kind of had erupted in those breath fire attacks that you had done. Things that you had never experienced before in combat. And you know that there's just the beginning of this potential that you have. And it's like you're watching it from third person. It's strange to like watch your own moves, but you can see things that you could have done differently. You see things that you did well. And it's almost like you're rewatching a gameplay footage, you know, of you know, to kind of, you're making mental notes where things can change.
Good. You are learning much.
And the moves become more fierce, and you see things almost as if things that did not happen. But you see this swirling of a golden tattoo go across your body and emblazon itself onto your arms. You can see it shimmer and with like this bright light beneath your clothing as you make, it's like this slow motion, like Matrix moves, and you can see the bright light just kind of flash as those tattoos shimmer into existence around your body, but then fade away into your blue skin. Another voice like floats ethereally around in your head.
You've done well. I'm very proud of you, boy.
And in that moment, you freeze like mid-strike, and you kind of like find yourself standing there in the midst of this fight that's going on around you. Your friends fighting for their lives against these vicious creatures. And the little old man that you had seen in Silvery Moon, what feels like ages ago, steps from behind one of the columns, walking forward with a cane that has like these little golden coins dangling from them in little bits. They kind of clink and clank as he walks over to you, steps, like sets down in front of him and nods.
I can see I chose well. The person with whom I gave my boon. Are you ready to learn some more?
Yes, master.
Good.
He like releases the staff and it stays where it's at, and he does this little like fist to palm.
Then let's begin.
And with that, we're gonna go on break. So, as we come back to all of these multiple little bits that are going on all at the same time, Mufasa.
Long live the king.
Remember who you are.
Where
Father.
doves are little golden
what about
bird
the-
would be a golden bird.
What about the Cave of Wonder?
Right? Oh yeah, that's true. The Cave of Wonders. All
Aaron,
right.
Aaron,
So,
are there any little golden birds?
are there any little golden birds? There were golden coins on his staff.
7 golden coins.
7 golden coins. I think I said 6, but I meant 7. Sorry.
I think you just said there were gold coins.
Several. Okay.
Daphne
Yeah.
Spend them all in one place.
Here's 25 cents. Get yourself something nice.
All right,
Go
guys.
see a Star War.
Go see a Star
Don't
Wars.
spend it all on penny whistles and moon pies.
Oh my goodness. All right, we'll be back in 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We have a lot of mysteries to unravel. We will see you soon.
Yeah, I'm feeling like Clarissa explains it all.
Nah.
Hello.
Hello.
We're back. Oh my goodness. Well,
No, I can't do that.
we've had a lot of stuff going on today, and this is super exciting. Once again, can I just say thank you, Graham, for hanging out with us, because that was awesome earlier, PSS. So just thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Well, I had a great scene partner.
Oh, this is true. Iskra is amazing. You're amazing.
You did all the work.
Brown noser.
Yeah, too bad some
Are you
people
saying
can't.
he's brown nosing me? Is that where this is going?
No, it's just too bad some other people can't
He
be
can
up
take
to,
it
up to
any way he wants. We all know he does.
Yeah, give him all the
Oh
compliments.
my god.
He's just
Okay.
mad
Back
because
to
some
the
people
abyss
show
for
up to
Galil.
the stream to do the role.
Okay. Providing all. Damn you, Taco.
Hey, I'm the oldest one here and the only Canadian. That's
This is
diversity.
true. Yeah. There you go. We enjoy having all of our senior citizens on here.
And I
All
cover
right,
like
so
5 diversity, so we're good.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for the 8.
uh-huh.
Hey,
Alrighty. Let
That's one
us.
of the fawns, but
That was great.
Oh my god. Okay. Let's see, where are we at here? As we smack dab into the middle of this event-filled evening. Don't allow Graham an inch, he'll take the field. We'll see. I haven't seen it
I'm gonna
yet.
leave that one where it is.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. North. The urge to freak out is relatively strong. You open your eyes and it's just like you have gauze in front of your face. You can still see the dim light of the room, but now it's like you're encased in duct tape. Movement is restrained, and when you try and move, it's like stretchy. And then it starts to get warm. It's like the webbing kind of starts reacting to the salves and things that have been placed on your body, particularly more so the ones that have been placed around the parts of your face and head and arm that were that of the hobgoblin. From the other side, you hear a voice. Be what you were, though perhaps not whole. Heal who you are, no longer of two flesh, but one. And that light the warmth starts to turn to light. It starts to burn brighter. Soul, you see this from the outside as her hands kind of like stay raised over his body, and the webbing from the outside looks like it's been vacuum sealed to his body. And then becomes just like this glowing white light filling across the table and lighting the room around you. Several spells you see are at work here. You having had a fair amount of druid training, you recognize like the little bits here and there of the different spells needed to combine into this new form.
Is this hurting him at all?
You can see as she kind of keeps muttering to herself. And then her eyes move up to you, and as they move up, you see that they are just completely filled with black. No. Well, maybe a little. And you can see sweat starting to come down the side of her face.
Is there anything I could do to help?
Try and relax him. This might be a little jarring. How would you like to help?
He's going to cast a spell
Sorry.
healing spirit.
Fireball.
That's what I was thinking too. He's like, I'm going to relax him with a nice warm little fireball.
Yeah, so it's gonna be like a combo thing. I'm gonna do
Sure.
the
Combo.
healing spirit. It's gonna last. It's just up to 1 minute, but it should help a little bit. It's
Sure.
going to come in the form of a little fairy, like a cliche bright light
Yeah.
fairy. And then I'm going to combo that with a spirit totem. And it'll be the totem of the unicorn.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Basically, it also heals additional healing.
This
Okay.
ritual is how gay people are made.
Yep. Canon.
Emerge.
Emerge.
I'm supposed
Engage.
to give the secret away.
God, now everybody knows.
Merge.
Jesus.
Sorry.
Fabulous.
How
Yeah.
much healing does that do?
I have to do the math.
Yeah, do the math. Come on.
Because I still need healing.
I will say, as you're doing this, Vianne's eyes return normal and you see her smirk a little bit. If I
I'll
did.
tell you what, I'm gonna do it at a higher level too.
Sure.
It'll be at a 3rd level. So it's okay. So it is 2d6 hit points.
Nice.
And it happens the first time that the creature enters in the 5-foot radius of the spirit. So I can move the fairy back and forth just to kind of like move around, so that he's staying stagnant, but the fairy's moving around, so it'll cause that healing
Sure.
periodically.
As I will say, as you're doing this, she kind of smirks at you a little bit, and she goes, "If I didn't know any better, let's just say I enjoy the theme you have going for these things."
Oh, okay. He doesn't know how to respond to that. Like,
You see, for the briefest of moments, her eyebrows seem to like raise a little bit, and her ears tend to start to elongate, just for like the briefest of moments, and she kind of just gives off this like really mischievous fey giggle.
she's a witch. Kill her. Kidding. And then the unicorn spirit. When a spell cast in the aura restores hit points, another creature within the aura gains.
I mean,
hit points, but
yeah, we don't have to. Yeah, it's fine. It's just more for aiding in the spell as a whole.
yeah, exactly. And
So
for the flavor,
yeah,
and
to
for
give
the
it the
gay.
flavor and for the gay of fairy and a unicorn, because what else could you possibly want with this?
Rainbow.
Rainbow, and Montero starts playing in the background.
Yes.
So
He comes down from the pole.
And
Call me when you want.
Kindred
Call me when you
just
need.
magically shows up, and it's just this whole
He's
like
having a
show.
ball.
Got a pole.
There's
And
like,
then like does a split when she lands.
oh my god.
And
Okay.
guess where Malzahar comes out of? No.
All right. So.
Nope. Back.
More important is where he's going.
Let's go back. Let's go back.
All right. So in any case, north, as there's like a multitude of sensations that are going on apparently, you just feel like you are being torn apart into 1,000 pieces. You haven't experienced teleporting yet, have you? I don't think so. So there is a sense of being breathless to the point of where you realize it's almost like you don't have lungs anymore. Like you're wanting to breathe, but the ability to do so is not present. And then it just feels refreshingly cool, almost like that. Like when you put like vapor rub or anything like that, it leaves that cooling sensation on your skin where it feels like cold almost to the touch, and it just encases your entire body. And then you feel and hear something crack and break. And you're able to kind of move your body now suddenly. But the shell of a webbing that has been encased around your body has hardened to the point where it breaks like eggshells.
Carapace, would you say?
And you start to remove yourself from the situation, as it were. Soul, from your perspective, you can see the little fractures course across the mummified looking form of North, and he emerges from these like the eggshell breaking off like a little chick emerging from an egg.
Soul's gonna regurgitate.
Careful,
his
you
food
have to make sure
feed him.
who makes eye contact first, because then he's gonna imprint himself onto you. Your mama. Anyway.
Activate instant kill.
Yeah. North, make a perception check for me.
Okay. That's a nat 20.
Ooh. You look down as you bring a hand up to rub your face and see a human hand before you. You feel your face again, and it feels one flesh, one texture. Welcome back. I hope that wasn't too strange.
Well, been through a lot so far. It was a little jarring, but
Magic generally has that effect on people. I suggest you try and get some rest.
How do you feel?
Your body's going to be exhausted. And indeed, you have 2 points of exhaustion right now.
Oh, shit.
Excuse me?
You feel it now as you were like, it's like that moment whenever you have a hangover.
How do I add exhaustion?
I
Go to
don't think-
conditions.
Yeah.
And go to conditions. It's underneath your HP.
Oh, okay.
And then exhaustion, you just add the levels.
It's like
yeah.
whenever you wake too suddenly and realize you are horribly hungover. It doesn't hit you right away, but then when it hits you, it hits you. And that same feeling now is like you feel as if your whole body has been running for days. And you kind of just like take that deep, ragged breath. But you feel whole.
Who's whole?
Get some rest, North.
Warren.
You did well. And thank you, Soul. He assisted in what could have been a slightly more uncomfortable situation.
Would you need some help getting back to your pod?
He asked you, North.
For some reason, I thought he was talking to her.
Leanne.
Yeah.
No, it's fine.
Yes, that would be very nice. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm just
Get the spiders to carry him. I'm just kidding.
spiders, take him away.
He just lifts me up by the scruff, like.
Good kitty. come with me, George.
I don't have a scruff.
His name is. I've got my own little bunny rabbit.
So North still looks the same.
He doesn't.
Like
I mean,
No? Okay.
well, the human part of him looks the same, but now it's like the part that had been like Zuko'd, hobgoblin side here on the side is now completely human, and his other arm is human, whereas before it was a hobgoblin arm that looked like larger and longer on his smaller human frame.
This looked like it worked really well. Here, let me help you out. How large is your character? How tall or how?
Medium size. Exact height is.
I think he's like 4'2" in real life, so.
Oh wow, he's short.
I'm just kidding. Just being a
6'1".
butt.
Well, not everyone can be a freaking sequoia like you, Aaron.
7'19".
That math don't register.
Hey, that's what according to LV. I'm just going by LV measurements. That's the measurements that I follow.
Isn't everyone 7'19"?
It's LV math. Yeah, it's LV math. All right, so he helps you take.
Yeah, either depending on how tall he is, either gonna pick him up and carry him.
I'd say
or just like
He's about 6'1".
Yeah. So
okay.
Yeah, it's
Let's just
carryable.
help him
Like a
with
regular
like
size.
his shoulder.
All right, so as you are taken back to your abode, Vianne kind of walks you out of her home and places a hand on Sol's shoulder just before you leave. Once again, thank you. You did really well. I'm impressed.
Thank you too.
What?
I didn't know that something like this would be possible.
There are things that we druids sometimes keep to ourselves. Perhaps I will teach you one day. But you know much for one as young as you are. You do your tribe. You give your tribe much honor in that.
Thank you. I would also like to ask again if you wouldn't mind before I leave, if I could maybe have some of those mushroom seeds. I would like to send that to my tribe.
Of course. I will gather what things I think they might require and or could use. It would be a gift from my circle to your tribe.
Right. Thank you so much. We will talk more tomorrow.
Good night.
Good.
And she sees, she kind of like watches you guys as you go in before she finally retires to her room. Kindred.
Yeah.
Your sleep is troubled, tossing and turning with the things on your mind. And then for a brief moment, there's peace. And you find your dreams as wild and chaotic as they have been, strange exaggerations of the day's events. You find yourself on a familiar plane, a familiar place, set amongst the stars. A bright point of light, the sun, sets off in the distance of burning warmth against your skin. And it's strange because sensation normally doesn't come in a dream like this. But you are here. And you can look, as you look down, you stand on the glassy black surface that offers no reflection but that of the stars. But you can see it a circular plane that you stand on. At the very edges, swirls of golden firelight kind of burn and lick upwards from the edge. It's almost as if you are standing on the black circle of an eclipse. And at the very edges, you can see light expanding outwards, burning upwards. And then a figure emerges in front of you. And Carp, Afriel, the young god, stands there before you, dressed in rather fanciful clothing compared to what you've seen him in before. His hair is like almost like slicked backwards as it's gotten longer now. Kindred. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Kindred? Just making sure that you were here.
Oh.
You said you needed something?
Yeah, I didn't realize how much, I guess, I wanted your approval on something.
You don't need my approval for things? Well, okay, I may have said that a little too soon. Most things you don't need my approval for.
Nope, you already said it.
I'm pretty sure I could take it back. He kind of gives you a mischievous wink.
But
He looks over to the side, and another form appears as Galil comes into existence there, standing with you.
Hey, what are you doing in my dream?
get out, SpongeBob.
Return the slab.
What can
We
we
had to
do?
drag him into this too. I didn't want him to know.
He is my oracle. What I know, he knows one way or the other.
Carp just turns and like smacks Galil. Galil goes flying out of the dream.
Okay, boom, he's gone.
I want to be stupid and just like look, turn to Galil, and I want to hold up 2 fingers behind my back and be like, and where Carp can see.
Okay.
How many fingers am I holding up?
2.
You're so dumb. I love you.
Hey, it's Kindred's dream. I have to act the part.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
If you truly wish a private moment, I must speak with Galil as well.
no, if anything, he deserves to be here as much as anyone. I mean, he kind of had direct consequences of my actions, so like, actually, I will turn to Galil and like become rather genuine and can you forgive me?
And the next thing you know, me and you just end up sitting down on a dock magically out of nowhere. Me looking at you now. I forgave you a long time ago. Question is, can you forgive yourself?
I guess that's the real question, and
All in all, it's your choice.
I just go and hug Galil. Now,
I hug
can
back.
we- Oh, he does show affection. No. But it's been a shit day. I love you both, but can I actually get some sleep now?
Well, you are technically rusty.
So wait, are you dreaming as well right now then?
I've been passed out for a while.
I take off running. And I'm like, now I can say I've been running through your dreams.
Oh my god.
He's running in place.
You turn and
Still running.
from your perception, you're running down the docks, like these docks that go on forever, and you're like making headway, and you turn back around, and Galil is just still right there at the end of the dock.
It's like a treadmill dock.
Yeah, basically.
I'm still running technically, but I stopped. You're one of my oldest friends. Thank you. And I don't know what I'd do without you. Well, actually, I know what I'd do without you. I'd lose my body. But and is Carp's still there with us, right? Or
For the moment, he is not visible.
He's still here, but you just can't see him.
I'm still here. I'm just watching. The voice kind of comes from everywhere.
Well, thank you for answering my request tonight. And so you're back at the tower, or Atet. You know, a place where two little girls could grow up happy and carefree.
Did you find some more orphans?
Don't say it like that. You make it sound like I take in strays, but
Don't you? You took me in, didn't you?
well, I mean, my
The
track
both of
record
you
is
did.
pretty phenomenal so far.
I'm like, they didn't have a choice.
I was trying not to tell him that.
But
Send them to my village. Well, my people's village. Part, whatever you want to call them now.
you don't even know your own village.
Well, they kind of
They raised an idiot.
have them on the island. So
Okay. I'll get it in the morning. But
Send whoever you need to. Our city grows every day. More and more people come to the Atet seeking refuge and guidance and a purpose. You know as well as any that this place is safe. And it will be kept safe.
and tell Atet I miss her.
She knows.
And I'm still working on that monument for her.
I will let her know.
Okay, and where are you?
He apparates like between the two of you.
And I just go up to him, and he's taller than me, I think now.
Mm-hmm. A little bit.
Just pet your hair, and I'll kind of tussle it, and then pull him in and like kiss his forehead, and just let that be that.
He puts a hand up and cups the side of your face and kisses your forehead back.
Do you need any groceries? Do you have any cash? I have a 20. Here you go.
done with you.
Make the decision you want to make, Kindred. You are not in trouble. You are not being punished.
I think it was a self-punishment, but it's... Thank you.
I leave it at that. Go back to your dreams, Kindred. Get some sleep.
Okay.
And the vision fades. And you find yourself resting somewhat more at ease than you had been before. Afriel turns to you, Galil. How are you holding up? It's only been a few days.
Well, seeing how we're in a dream, the reality, Oreo's sleeping on me, so making sure I'm still there.
She was very upset when you were gone. But she was very glad that I was able to send her, albeit in a strange form. I'm just glad that you are back in one piece.
I told everyone where I was.
And how did they take it?
just as you thought.
They are your friends and family as much as the rest of us back here are. They will not abandon you. Not on purpose, anyway. They all grow stronger. Even from this distance, I can tell. Each one of them calls to a different destiny. But we are all going down the same path. I am very grateful that I have you as a mouthpiece, as an oracle, as my eyes. What? Did I say something weird? I'm sorry.
Just a lot. Aaron said it.
Who's Aaron? I don't know who you're talking about.
Uh-huh.
What that mouthpiece do?
I'm still trying to get used to this, and he changes the space back to that black disk amongst the stars, the fire burning around its edges. There are more. The more we try and succeed with this, I feel like there are more the forces are against us.
You found all of them yet? Your angels.
Yeah. We found them all.
So now it's just up to us to find the phylacteries.
After a fashion. Do you remember how I was whenever I first came to you guys? I didn't know half of what I know now. A lot of these people, they had only the slightest of ideas what it was to be partially divine. And they all come from different places, different walks of life, different ages. Some of them have known and some of them have had no idea. They need time. They will be ready one day, but not now. It's the same with you and the rest of the brigade.
I'm still learning all these new powers too, so.
But you are doing well. Make sure you keep everybody alive. Be careful out there. I have to go. Sleep well, Galil. And just stands there for a second and then fades from sight, leaving you on this plane. And then the plane fades and you find yourself falling back to sleep again. Everybody can take a long rest. Yeah.
How many points of exhaustion do I lose after taking?
You just have 1 point right now.
What about because I also do the 4-hour meditation thing?
It still counts as just one.
Dang it.
This is a roleplay exhaustion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Different rules.
So you had 2, but now you just have 1.
How big are these? They're like underground kind of.
Yeah, so imagine like it's almost like an underground hotel kind of thing. It's like they just like they kind of subdivide into little groups, and each above ground hovel that you kind of walk down into has 6 to 10 offshoots of rooms, depending on which one it is.
Is there grass on the ground on top?
In certain areas, most of it just like inside of a well-traveled little village. A lot of it's just flattened earth, but there's patches of grass.
No, so we'll go ahead and sleep underground somewhere.
Okay. And it is very warm and comfy in there, despite being underground. It has a very cozy atmosphere. You guys all awaken, those of you who have normal people sleep, and those of you who have only the 4-hour sleep. You awaken, those of you who with the 4-hour sleep awaken slightly earlier. What would you like to do? The day is
I like to
yours.
imagine that I'm actually like Mal's is like trying to like me to wake me up because the girls are awake and I'm not ready to wake up. I'm like, oh no. I forget kids wake up all super early.
I go to look for Bien.
Arjun's gonna start on the fire again, just to have a nice cozy meeting spot for people.
Alrighty.
Sol's going to look for a place to wash up, and then keep in mind the time of day for when he had cast hallucinatory terrain the day before, so he can recast it on time since it lasts for 24 hours.
Okay. Easy enough.
Depending on how big the fire is, or what have you, or like a little.
It's not like a raging bonfire. It's just like a nice little campfire where everybody starts gathering together and kind of sitting about in little groups as they eat breakfast.
I guess I'll be near there, but kind of off by myself, just kind of huddled in a little ball, just trying to think about everything new in my head.
Alrighty.
Arjun will kind of walk around and make sure that North's got something to eat. Whether or not he eats it is his own business.
Fair enough.
So getting washed up, daily routine, going down, make sure the girls get breakfast, get them treated. Look for Arjun.
Yeah, you'll find him easy enough. He's there amongst everybody else.
Not trying to con them off, but like, is there something to do fun for them?
And just looks around like,
Like,
I think we can
looking
find
at,
something.
Soul playing with the piggy spiders, or like, this might just be me, but
they're like,
are spiders big enough for them to like ride?
Not mostly. There are some that are big
No,
enough.
I'm
for
like
them to-
asking Arjun, like-
But sure, sorry.
I'm sure if I were to look around, we could find a few that we could saddle up.
Are you serious?
Yeehaw!
I mean, I assume.
Yeah, that sounds. Even I'm excited for that. Almost to the point of like rushing the girls through breakfast. Like, I'm down for this.
Yeah, he'll try to facilitate this as best that he's able to manage. Actually, I think he'd probably go and find Therowen to help with that. So I think
Therowen will be more than happy. She has changed from her. You see now that she's not wearing her armor anymore or her ranger getup. She has seemed to be more at home in these like silky style things. She's got an apron around her waist and has the demeanor of what you would imagine a grandmotherly like baker woman would have. And it's like, I can definitely find something for these girls to do. Girls, come with me.
I like almost instinctively let go. Like I want to do it too. Like, yeah. They're fine with her, right?
She
Like, she's
raises
got
a
it.
hand to kind of like, she's like, I can't, and leads them off.
Okay. We lived here all this time. Now that it's just us.
Off and on. It's more just a place to return to rather than a place of permanent residence for me.
Did you say a return to innocence?
Oh no. With that.
Actually, yes, because dinner's here, so we can change scenes.
Dinner? Whoa,
Breakfast.
we skipped. Oh, your dinner. Okay, gotcha. I was like, whoa, we skipped the day. Iskra, Sandra, what are you guys doing?
Sander is going to wake up early and work on the farms that he learn than history is.
Nice. You do, when you wake up, as much as you rested, you still feel you are riding that adrenaline high of when you do practice and spar, that like ready to go kind of thing. So you wake up, and even though you're rested, you're still like, you almost like get up right away and just are ready. So you have had an interesting experience in your dreams. It was definitely you got thrown around quite a bit, but no more so than you are not used to from back whenever you were in the monastery. And it kind of reminded you a lot of your old instructors whenever they would, you were training with them, and there's like a little bit of familiarity to the way they trained, to the way this master of yours has been teaching you.
Trained by the master himself.
Renan, you do find Vienna. She is like coming out of her home.
Terribly sorry to bother you so soon in the morning. Don't exactly sleep at all.
I would imagine not.
But I had something that was a moment of inspiration brought into my mind. And I was wondering if you might be able to help.
How would I help? How can I help?
Well, you see, I recently reclaimed a power that I haven't had since coming to this world. And by reclaiming it, I need to fashion a sort of sanctuary. And it's not so complicated as you'd think. I don't need to build a temple or anything like that. But I was wondering if the Yarwood has any wood of a grand enough size that I could use it or take it to make a figurehead for the ship.
You need... I think I have an idea of what you might need. I will have it brought to the ship. I don't think you need it here.
No, I don't think I could carry it back.
She looks you up and down. Probably not. But it should be enough for you to use. I am going to be talking to the rest of your party. If there's anything else that I can do to aid you on the next step of your journey, I will do what I can.
The only other thing would be something I've known when it comes to anywhere connected to the Feywilds. Creatures have a tendency from the Feywilds to collect things.
Oh no, we've gone sideways. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
We lost a Graham.
That wasn't me.
I know. Hold on. We'll just go over here.
There was maple syrup in the gears of his computer.
I'm just gonna put us in the in this thing for now. Yeah. Until we get everybody back, so that we're not messing with it. They've gone to plaid. All right. So just like, what kind of creatures exactly are you talking about?
Well, it's not so much the creatures. It's just if your children, by any chance, were collecting anything of interest that they would be willing to part with, I'd love to take a look.
I can't say that there's been much in the way of interesting bubbles, but whatever we have come up with, I'll make sure that it's taken to the ship.
Appreciate it. And I want your children to know we have no intention of taking anything that they don't want to give up.
I don't think they'll mind, but if they do, I'll make sure to pass on the sentiment.
Thank you. Now, where's breakfast?
She kind of gestures around, and you can see that a couple of your comrades have risen from their hovels, their humble tunnels. It's a congratulations,
Coffee!
everybody's zombies now.
Fiend.
All right.
What if?
Yeah.
The question.
What if Renan realized his friends were all zombies?
Reaches into the
Or not
sky,
dead.
lightning bolt strikes, and he's gone.
Yeah,
Well,
so he's
I'm
gone.
out.
It's been cool.
Technically, I am a zombie.
Well,
Not
you're
anymore.
you're a reanimated dead. That's different.
Yeah, you're not undead. You're still human.
Oh, tomato or oregano, you know?
All right. Iskra, what are you?
No,
What are you
don't
up to?
think I've heard that one before, my guy.
Oh my God.
What are you up to?
Getting up later than everyone else has become my habit. And then, find a place to wash myself off and
Brush your
stroll
teeth.
into breakfast eventually.
Brush your hair.
Oh yeah, the hair that I don't have.
It's grown. It's getting there. All right. Let's
Get a wig made out of spider silk.
But yeah, no, just you know, the silky outfit goes back on. You kind of tussle the hair that I do have, then eventually make my way to everybody. Find myself a seat.
yeah. Okay. Vienne kind of comes up to everyone as they've kind of gathered together eating breakfast now. Sandra, you've finished your morning workout and feel refreshed and ready to go. You almost have a little more of a bounce to your step as you just feel kind of like light and eager. You guys notice, make a perception check for me. Actually, with everybody's passive perception, I think pretty much everybody, or passive investigation, everybody kind of notices that North, who's kind of been sitting off to himself, slightly different than the last you saw him. So, like, noticing everybody looking, kind of almost stands a little taller, like,
Hey everybody, did you see our friend North? He looks all like his normal self again.
Now, which one of you is
I'm-
North?
Can I immediately spice remember everyone but Soul and be like, everybody quick, pretend you don't see him. Be like, where's North?
I gather a plate of food.
he's got a spies murmur.
You can't
Like
see.
how he said everybody but someone. I'm like, I'm right here. Like,
I'm just
I
like,
don't
who's North
know.
again?
Maybe something went wrong from the spell, but here, this should help. Soul's gonna cast Fairy Fire on North.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Yes.
Misses and hits the little girls.
No,
They
they're
all
all,
lose their shit.
what does Fairy Fire do?
they're off riding spider
You're-
ponies.
They're-
Magical things.
yeah,
and
they're
Unless-
basically in the
yeah.
Magical
in the petting zoo.
glitter.
It just
Yeah,
makes
I-
you very shiny.
And sparkly and glittery color.
Yeah.
Unless you want to dodge that with a dexterity saving throw, but
No, I don't feel the need.
You just
He's-
looked at it
he's right
yourself,
there.
and you look like those Snapchat filters that just have like
You know what? I
way
deserve
too much
this
glitter.
fucking today.
I look like Edward Cullen. Just
The skin of a monster.
Except
this
instead of
one?
your skin, it's
Oh.
like in your aura, like outlining you.
Except not like that at all, because that's terrible. Let's get rid of that right away.
Oh gosh.
That
Graham,
is
you
an
said you took
unflattering
North
spackle.
Yeah.
food already?
What?
Say again, sir?
You took North food already?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Well,
then
then
I
I'm
was
gonna
ushered
gather my-
away by Kindred, and then I kind of missed what happened after that.
In case you missed it, North now has a dim light of 10-foot radius coming from.
Oh wow! So you are not only glittery, but you are also a neon sign now. Congratulations.
As much as it hurts my eyes, I'm like, I still don't see him, Soul.
You're so rude. I hate you.
So as I'm sitting down,
20.
watching all this, I turned to my side and asked Sonder, so who are these two new guys?
That is South, and this is Arden. Ardrin?
That is
Ardrin?
right the second time.
Arden, sorry. Accent.
He leans into Iskra. Is he doing that shit on purpose?
I don't think so.
He's just stupid. It's fine.
No, his name is North. He joined the effort after watching us for some time. We had arrived to the city we were in before, and he found us then. He could have ratted us out, but he has aligned interest.
So he's not a double agent with a they?
No, I think he can speak for himself.
No.
No,
I just.
you're glowing,
I
by
was
the
trying
way,
to protect. Yes. Thank you.
and the symmetry looks good on you.
A little
I
less
flashed a little
lopsided
grin at
today, there,
Soul.
champ.
I flashed little grin at Soul. Yeah, I was mainly just trying to protect someone that I loved, but now I'm not sure where I'm supposed to go.
A fun purpose with us, if you like.
Well,
And you still do the thing? Because if not, then I mean, you can just go back to where you're from. I'm just kidding.
Kendra was like just taking a sip of like juice or whatever, and he almost spits it.
That was amazing.
I'll
No.
probably echo up right next to him then, just to kind of show that I can.
Even without it, you're a skilled warrior, and having you around has been helpful.
That means a lot.
Those of us who have joined this group do not do it without intention. Whether you're here for the long run or whatnot, I think it is meant to be.
So while everything's calm right now, while I've been gone, what else are we fighting besides the they?
A lich.
I'm well aware of that.
Some Yuan Ti snake druids.
Wow.
And some very silent monks who are cursed or tortured. Take your pick.
They also have this type of goo, this type of paste that if they put it on you, it means that you cannot do magic.
And
Oh, speaking of, I looked at
limitless hobgoblin army.
Iskra, that thing you gave me.
Mm-hmm.
Ronan's
That-
attention has been officially grasped.
Little girls have been assured way to spider pony rides, right?
I love that that's a thing. Yes, they have.
Okay.
Can't wait to see the poster for that amusement park.
Mommy. Ah!
I want to ride that daddy long leg.
Oh no. Oh no.
That's a very different sort of venue.
That's after midnight.
The one
my
time
God.
I was being genuine.
I know.
Every time it gets a little blue.
You just can't help it.
So if the girls are away, and it's just us grown folk at the table, I will actually take it out. And so you said you found it on him?
Or what was left of him.
Looking at it, do I recognize any of the symbolage or anything on it?
Make a I mean, which direction are you wanting to focus this with?
The fuck is assemblage?
Make assemblage check.
Like a history?
History, sure. I mean, you what kind of role? You just wanted to know what kind of direction you were going with this.
Oh, okay, yeah.
History, Arcana, religion, one of those.
Propaganda check.
Nat 20, so that's a 29.
Does it resemblage anything that she's seen before?
Oh no. No.
Before
It doesn't
Kindred
look
continues, I'm spies murmuring the entire party. A conversation to have with less ears and eyes, I think.
Do you mean the spiders because they have a lot of eyes?
I noticed them doing this again, and I just go, all right, you don't need to tell me twice. And he kind of just starts to walk away.
No, I
So that's how y'all feel. The ones without spice farmers. I remember now. As I get
It
up
was
and walk away
awkward for
too.
the time.
he helped fight. Why can't he know? I say out loud.
I look to Iskra.
Well, you had to go and make it weird.
I am very confused now, but
Have you met Renan?
Yeah. I didn't choose to, but Arden, I'm not gonna make him leave his own home. Like, that's rude. You can come back.
I never intended for him to have to leave. That's not what I said, did I?
You didn't say anything technically, but I can cast.
He has walked away, by the way.
I'm just like, oh well, he's come back. Oh.
Oh no.
Wait, stop. Anyways.
I'm looking at the spiders. Like, it's okay. Like, I cast in here, right? A simple identify spell. I don't want spiders to come down and like, ah. But looking at them.
Guess you'll
like,
find out.
I
mean,
I'm like,
I
don't.
I
it's
just passed
suspected
it,
all-
so I think you're okay.
Okay. I have it prepared,
Okay.
so I will insta-cast identify.
The fairy fire only lasted for 1 minute, by the way, just FYI.
Your neon light power goes off. Boop, 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 boom.
Batteries need to be recharged.
You just flicker. She like flickers on and off for a second, and just like stops glowing. So you're
smack it around
casting
for a bit.
identify on what was it? The necklace. It has no magical properties. That much is certain. What else is certain is that it doesn't feel like anything that you have identified before. Things that resonate within this realm are easily identified by magic. This doesn't give you anything. It feels what you would imagine would be extra planar, even though you haven't really had any experience with things outside of this plane, not by a lot. Not like, you know what I mean? It's not something that it is studied, but not something that is like, we have all of these things from other planes. You know what I mean? It's like
I experienced it.
you've had some but not a lot.
And
you were there, yeah. Well, what I mean is, like, you haven't had a lot of experience with things from other planes. Having been to other planes, you know how off everything would feel, and this kind of gives you adjacent feelings to that, because it's not it doesn't make you think of limbo or anything, but it just makes you think of like otherworldly.
Not shocked, but just kind of like do like a double take to Iskra and Renan, like,
Which
what?
Renan is glaring at you right now.
What is this?
So, Renan and I aren't from here, clearly.
Yes.
I don't think Valravn was either, and I don't think he's the only one.
Read.
So we just need to keep our eyes open for more people like me and Renan, but who don't have the right intentions.
Why?
Opposite sides of
Kindred.
a coin.
Yes, Sonder?
We could have cast a banishment on him and he would have been gone.
I didn't have it prepared, otherwise I would have.
Okay.
I know I'm all great and a badass, but there's still a limit to my abilities.
Iskra, how did you come to find that? He's not from this plane. Or what assumptions do you think?
I saw it fall from Valravn's neck when he hit the ground after I killed him. But I would not touch it. Iskra was brave enough to instead.
Or foolish enough.
But I wasn't going to see that.
It was a risk you're willing to make.
Sonder, to answer your question, I can't say exactly why.
You feel like
Iskra, make a perception check.
$17.
Behind your circle of people that you are talking to, you can see at the far ends of like this little clearing, and behind one of the houses, a hooded figure kind of leans out just a little bit and goes like,
"Oh,
I like just kind of do this for a second.
Sir, what are you doing?
And he goes Kindred, you like turn around to see like what she's talking about, and like in that moment, like he just kind of goes back. You see nobody there.
That's the great here.
It's just Dobby.
Just banging his head on the door. Stupid.
Well,
I was told to speak the truth if I feel that I can trust them. The people who have fought with us, I trust, including Ardrin, but I don't know that I trust somebody that I only just met yesterday that much. The rest of you, this is a truth that I want to tell you.
Speak your truth.
But not where the whole of this world could too soon know.
What are you talking about? All of a sudden, like the little form of Captain Illy just like appears, seems to like Her presence just is there. Are we just huddling around for no apparent reason, or should I feel like I should go. She kind of turns around and walks away.
No, you have fought just alongside this as much as anyone else.
No, it's fine. She just keeps walking.
I feel
this
like
idea
the
of a
details that I gave
revolving
are
door.
enough. And I think I have a good reason.
I am still confused. So, is it so special for people like you and Renan to visit here? And is that such a bad thing?
For some, no, it wouldn't be a bad thing. And yes, to some extent, it is special. But
oh, go ahead.
But there is a great range of people from especially across the multiverse as a whole.
Oh, you wouldn't want to be a flower and then make a trip to the fire plane.
Yes, okay. That is true.
So, some people are flowers, and this is their fire plane.
So then we kill them before the fire burns them?
Well, if they turn to dust and ash, then they get reborn into other creatures.
Like a phoenix.
Okay,
that he gets, and he takes it and runs with it. But the other stuff,
a flower that goes to a fire plane. I'm sitting here like consciously trying to get to like Soul's level in the conversation.
Like I thought this would have been perfect, and he.
And I go,
Yep.
but some people are a fire that goes to a forest instead.
Thank you. Yeah, it can.
Okay.
It's like kindred and alleyways. They just do not go together.
Is it because of the dress?
I cast Mind Sliver.
No! Sandra woke up and chose violence.
Yes, he did. So, Sandra, make an intelligence saving throw.
Is there any like? Is there any like?
Oh, that sucks.
Against that?
Your intelligence.
Intelligence saving throw, just straight intelligence.
Oh, you just rolled though, right? Is it 8?
You can try bobbing and weaving around the flight of a thought.
8. Yeah, go ahead. What does Mind Sliver do?
Let's see, 11th level, 3d6. You take 14 damage, and for the next saving throw, you subtract 1d4 from whatever saving throw you make.
You just got a really bad headache all of a sudden.
Yep.
Wow.
Did anything visual happen, or is it
No,
all...
I did this all underhanded. I just like look at him and something. Maybe I probably pointed at him under the table, and I'm like one of those mom stares, like when you know the kid is gonna get it when he gets home.
We see like a psychic dagger goes from her eyes like straight into Sandra.
If Looks Get Killed by Heart is playing in the background.
It is.
It just looks like a shoe.
It is a
flying through the air.
vocal. It is a vocal thing, so he has to say something. So
I just translate like Sonder, and it goes on.
I was trying to make a point.
And I did too, right in your head.
Damn.
But
Kindred, we are not supposed to attack each other. Sandra, are you okay?
Friendly fire.
My nose is just bleeding.
You caught North on fire. We're good. But I mean, put the ice on it. You'll be fine. But looking at North, that took a lot out of you, right?
Yeah, quite a bit. But
so if I do it, can we stay a few days? Because it's nice to just be able to relax and not be on the constant threat of death for just a moment before we go further into Thay, if
I
they'll
don't
let
know.
us.
I don't know too much about y'all's situation, but it sounds an awful lot to me like every day the situation gets worse and worse. I mean, we
wanna
just had to
rush
leave the
things,
city in
though.
an airship.
You
Get
haven't
ourselves
even
into more
seen the
trouble.
liches yet. I think that would be good for Kindred to rest afterwards because I think we need Kindred at full Kindred state.
What did I miss? Vianne like walks up with a bowl of like porridge that she's kind of eating.
So
I'm
you're gonna go through with it then?
I would like to, but I'd turn to Vianne. I would also like to just take a moment to breathe, if that's okay with you and your village. I mean, accomplished so much and we saved all those people. Like, can we not just take a moment for ourselves just for a day or two? Just to relish in the fact that we did a good thing and just relax.
Do you have the time?
Renan kind of scoffs at that.
I'm asking simply. I don't know what you are planning next. But I do know that whatever is happening out there outside of this sanctuary grows more violent and takes more lives. And there are many more out there who would wish that they too could get some rest and respite and are constantly running for their lives from one place to the next. You are welcome to stay here, but I cannot promise any sort of ease or shielding from the things that go on out there. They continue. They burn. People die. If you wish to stay here, you can.
Well, not indefinitely, but I just feel like we've earned at least a day to just enjoy ourselves.
I set down my bowl of forest oatmeal. It's like,
Yes! Forest oatmeal. I freaking love it.
and more than that, we need to think smart here. We flew an airship here. They're gonna be looking around for us. We might
Oh.
want to give ourselves a few days to let it blow over.
And don't worry, they will not see the airship. I take care of that.
So it's settled. We're taking a few days here.
If you'll let us, as I like look to Vianne and like if any other elves are like present. Can't just overthrow their city, but if you'll let us.
If I recall, Grandma Illy also has a map on the ship. We could plan what we're doing next during this time.
We can always sit on the ship too, if we don't have to stay in the village.
You are welcome to come and go as you see fit. There are several individuals who have come forward and said that you offered them some refuge in your city.
That's
and
right.
I fully intend to honor that whenever they're ready.
6 of them. I'd look at Kindred. And then there is a woman who'd like to go with us too. Her husband was a merchant. They traveled into the Empire. She thinks she could be useful, and I don't want to deny her the chance.
Those who are seeking refuge from the Empire are free to come and go as they wish. if there are some of those who still wish to continue south, I will send my rangers to guide them through the forest south and to a settlement that will ship them across the sea.
You mind if I ask where to?
A mountain village. I have friends there.
Mountain.
I look up
It
at
was-
the end.
Jacinda, right?
Into Chicenta, yes.
We weren't out of character. We weren't there early before, right? Earlier in the
No.
campaign.
Mm-mm.
That was a different mountain range, right?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
You
Didn't get
are-
cross-
I
cross.
think the ultimate destination was Lothgard or something.
Yes, that's the port. Then from there they take them across the
I see.
outside of, because that is like one of the southern parts of this peninsula, and then they take them across a little bit of the Sea of Fallen Stars into Chicenta.
Well, by no means am I trying to, show you up. But if you know a teleportation circle, I'll be more than happy to send people directly. Kind of chuckling, knowing it's probably not because they're like.
I can't say that I particularly have a circle here. I do have means of quick travel, but it would require some foreknowledge.
That's not true. There is a circle.
Where?
We established there was a circle that.
Oh yeah. Well, I
that
meant
he-
as far as
he gave the pattern to Kindred.
to give. She can't send anybody out. Is what I'm saying. Is that you are correct? There is a circle here. I just meant like she can't use a circle herself to like teleport people away.
Oh.
But there is one here.
I mean, it'd be no trouble at all to send anyone anywhere you need them to go. I'll do what I can. I mean, it's the least I could do.
I will talk to the rest and see what they wish to do. Renan, what did you have? You had your fingers raised.
Looking at Vian, I asked, when might I anticipate having the wood on the ship?
By the end of today,
Thank you.
the stump is being dug up as we speak.
Splendid.
So it's settled. We'll just take a breather.
Excellent. Then I have some things to tend to. She looks
Find me
over at
whenever you're ready.
Sonder. Would you mind walking with me?
Yes.
And she extends her arm out, or like reaches for your arm to like walk along with you. The rest of you guys, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go put on my clothes, my armor.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna go travel outside the city or outside the village to see what is out there.
Anybody would like to accompany?
If
No, 'cause you're
Arjun
too
is
fast, you
aware,
just run
he
off.
will.
Seeing Galil getting his armor on, while just kind of walking around the village. What is your plan for the day?
I'm gonna see what's out there.
Do you mind any company?
By all means.
Give me a moment to go get my armor as well.
Having recently helped a friend put on leather armor, I have a new respect for when people say, I'm going to put on my armor. I'm like, good luck.
Yeah.
It is so annoying.
Yeah, or when they're
So
saying
many
like,
straps.
I want to go buy like full plate armor for Ren Fair. No, you don't.
And if you do, make sure you have a underling to travel with you at all times to strap and unstrap you, because Jesus.
Just to put you on the dolly to wheel you around.
Exactly, like a wheelbarrow.
This shit is ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Now you
fucking heavy and
understand.
itchy as hell.
This is
I wanna
like, I love that you
slap
have.
the sheriff of Nottingham right now.
I had a friend at the Ren Fair who bought a breastplate, and I had to keep helping him like get back up when he would lay down on like a bench.
Oh, yeah. No, for sure. I just love that you have.
armor. No.
Yeah,
I just
but
love.
no, the chest piece and the helmet is up there. I'm just not getting it. It's fucking heavy.
I just love that you have a
Now you
medieval version of
understand.
Thanos' gauntlet.
Yeah.
Just
now
stab-
you understand
stab.
in its head when Galil was drunk why Renan was like, I don't actually have to try to take my stuff on to go to bed, like to go to trance. So I'm gonna help him get out of his armor because he's too drunk to do it by himself.
So Soul is going to spice murmur to Sonder. Sonder, could you ask her for me, please, if she would have time, maybe to help me with something I have an idea about? Learning from her, maybe, if she has time. That's okay if not. I was just curious.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'll ask her.
Okay, thank you. No rush, though. That's okay, though. It's okay if not. But okay.
Yeah.
No, North, what are you doing?
I figured I would be had to find my button. Just doing the same thing, only just finding my own little kind of dugout somewhere and just kind of meditating, figuring out all these new thoughts and feelings and madness
real
that has
boy.
occurred.
Okay.
I'm finally whole, but I feel the least like myself than ever.
I know that look. As I reach in my bag. What's that? Okay. I'll pull out an ingredient
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of toss it to you, and I'm like, I know it looks like shit, but trust me, it'll be worth it. And I toss you a I always fucking up wisp breath. Okay.
Wisp's breath. That one. Wisps. Wisps.
Why are you putting so much emphasis on the H? What are you talking?
Perfect.
What is
Whip him in the shape.
If you eat it, it flows intoxication and it'll help with a hangover. I know you're not hungover, but it looks like it'll help.
Down the hatch.
All right. Arjun, as you walk kind of away, kind of keeping an observant eye around you, there comes a moment when you are standing kind of towards the edges of the village, kind of lost in your thoughts, listening to having heard like Vienne and kind of mulling over all of the things that are going on. The voice that comes into your mind is the familiar one that has that tie to not this place, but also this place, to a past that is not far off, but hasn't been recent. Copper for your thoughts.
Been a while, darling. Nice to hear from you.
I'm never far away. You never call either.
I don't want to bother you. I know you got things going on of your own.
Ugh. This war's so dull.
I don't know. I feel like I've had enough excitement myself on this war.
Oh, well, the material plane's so much more interesting sometimes. I mean, the petty squabbles that these fairies are putting up over bits of land is ridiculous.
Well, at least you're fighting over land instead of petty grievances, like I remember.
Oh, well,
Manufactured grievance, I might add.
Well, things might be changing soon.
How so?
I think, from what I understand, there's plans are set in motion. Hopefully this war won't last too much longer.
What are you referring to?
I can't tell you everything, but...
Oh, come on, darling, give us a little hint.
It's going to be wickedly fun.
I'm both concerned and elated in equal measure.
You should be. And there's like a little bit of like a twirling leaf that kind of like falls down slowly, and wind that doesn't
just reaches out and catches it.
Just kind of like lands on your palm. And you I can't help but smile. The craziness of it all. Sonder, as she walks along with you for a little bit in silence, and you hear Soul's thought to you. I know that you might think that I don't know what you might think, honestly. We have a mutual friend, you and I.
Oh.
And,
Not anyone nearby.
Oh no. At least she kind of looks around secretively. At least I would hope not. She kind of runs a finger on your arm a little bit. A little birdie told me that you serve the Platinum Dragon.
Yes. A little birdie.
Yeah, that's a golden one.
Yes.
It didn't take much, looking at the way you spoke, the way you acted, and the way you stand, all of those things. I recognize that island monastery in you.
You have been?
Ben, not so much. But I am familiar. There was a mountain monastery far to the north from here. I had a friend there as well. Before it, too, was taken. As was the one in the south. The Platinum monks have been scattered, but they are not dead, Sonder. Nor are their allies. She kind of smiles up at you, and her form changes. She shifts in appearance, her skin turning blue as well, becoming a female water genasi.
What?
Do I look familiar to you? Make a history check.
I still have a mind sliver. Also 4.
A 4? It doesn't really matter. Even with a higher role, this is not a familiar face. You haven't seen a water genasi in a long time.
Oh no, somebody redeemed the name.
I saw that. Don't worry, it was too late. This one already has one. Her name was Fenwin. She was from the southern temple. It's the southern monastery. She was one of those who escaped. And I believe she's still out there. I will try and find a way to find her for you. I think that it is time that the Platinum Order was restored. And it's on that note that we will end for tonight.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just fucking all the blue people. Wow.
Dum dum dum.
That's awesome.
Welcome to Pandora.
Oh no.
You just found the Navi. Yay!
That's awesome. Oh my god.
And
Dude.
don't forget the spider ponies.
Today was wild, yo.
Yeah, that was great.
I love it. So many little things going on. Yes.
So many little spider threads.
So many threads. What a twisted web we weave. All right. Well, thank you. I feel really good about all of this. So many little things to check up on. Yahoo!
We're gonna play another like 3 days this week, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Totally.
No,
It
4.
was free on
4.
Wednesday.
Oh no.
Just Gillian's like, no. Thank you. Thank you, LV, for doing this. Do check out our Discord. Those of you who are new in the chat, you are welcome to come hang out with us in Discord where we play much Destiny and other games.
I just actually have one announcement I need to make. So I realized I accidentally uploaded the same episode twice in our YouTube playlist.
Oh, okay,
It
okay.
has been found and has been corrected, and so now we have the actual episode in place for what it should have been. My bad.
Okay. Nice. Thank you for that.
And thank you to Taco for my shirt. I love it.
Yeah, roll for
Yes.
cuddles. That's amazing. I love that shirt. We have oh yeah, the merch store is up. We'll be adding some new merch to that. I'm working on some new little, I was gonna say diddles, but doodles is the word that I was needing. We have some little
Is Spider
doodles.
Pony sleep behind?
Yeah, we got some doodles.
Aaron, I don't need to see your doodles.
Okay. Anyway,
Hey,
Wow.
another note, we do have, hopefully, if all things go well, Wednesday we'll have another. No, not Wednesday. Thursday we'll have another little Lore Dumplings episode where plot twist. We will unveil a scene from our upcoming miniseries that we'll have more announcements about that on Thursday. So
To be
this
named
fall.
miniseries incoming.
yeah,
Season replacement.
dun dun dun. It'll be fun. Just a little sneak peek into the realm that we are about to explore, because it is going to be
She was
the
a boy.
wildest
She
ride
was a goyle.
yet.
Boiled.
Hands down, it is going to be the wildest thing we have ever tried to do, and I'm super excited to release more details about that. Yeah! Okay, so
Wilder than a flower going to the fire realm.
actually, you are not far off.
It's
But that's all I'm
this
going to say.
The
That was
Revenge
a
of
really
Librium.
bad analogy, by the way.
I thought
That's perfect. I thought it
great.
was very physical for Soul to get because he's Drax.
He's Drax.
And
Well,
he
yeah,
takes it,
it's a perfect
that-
example of somebody teleporting to this world and just getting nerfed instantly. That would be true. That is not what we were talking about.
Well,
I think it would have been
flip
better
it
to
and reverse
go
it.
A flame from the fire realm going
Is
to
your-
the elemental water plane.
That doesn't help either.
I think
Immediately
mine
snuffed
was
out.
the ultimate analogy, but
Oh, no, the fire.
some do not agree.
That's
Listen
fine.
here, William Shatner. Calm down.
It was great. Everyone did amazing. Welcome North to being a boy again.
Yay!
I'm a real boy.
A real boy. Istra, Istra
Now we just
gets
have to wait for
had
Kindred
some
to be-
fun. To what?
Now we just have to wait for Kindred to be actually be an elf again.
I know that was gonna take a minute, so I was like, all right, we'll put that on the next week's.
Oh, no, I
We
ain't
can
trying to
only
go
do one.
back.
We can only do one magical transformation, magical girl transformation at a time. Okay. It
And
would
you
just
know
be.
me, it's gonna be extra as fuck. No.
Watch it be like, the
like,
most. And she just goes boop, and you're just like,
I love the idea.
The
that
whole
it's
entire
just- it
Sailor
sets
Moon.
up
Yeah.
right before the start of the opening credits, and we just skip to the aftermath. when the credits are done rolling.
oh,
It's still going on.
thank you for
3
reminding me.
days later.
Thank you for reminding me, because I
Yeah.
do have an after credit scene for today. I did have that planned. So, hold on to your horses and
It sounded
Or
like
spider
Paradise.
ponies.
Spider ponies. Yep.
no spider ponies. We're
Spider
we're
ponies.
gonna be bringing down,
Spider
we're ramping
ponies,
down
new
the
from
spider
Mattel.
content. You know, don't want to give people a conniption or whatever. So on that note, we'll
That's
see.
what we'll
I'll
call the
see you.
saddles.
I'll see you back here in a second.
Don't forget
Have
your
a great
connection for
night,
the spider
everybody.
ponies.
No more spider ponies! God damn it! All right, here we go. Let me end all of these beautiful sounds. There we go. There we go. Empty hallway. Echoes with the footsteps of two individuals. Robed booted feet seems to echo across the stone floor. Two Thayan wizards walk at a decent stroll. Finding a set of stairs, they go upwards. In their arms, they clutch two large jars each. Climbing to the top of the stairs, they come up over a parapet. One of the towers on Castle Veltalar. Both of them male, one human, the other one a half-orc man. The half-orc turns to the human. Are you sure? The human looks over, smirks back. I said they could go free. I didn't say that we weren't going to go after them. At least, not us. He sets each jar on the stone and takes off the wooden cork off one of them. And then takes the wooden cork off the second. Sets them on the side. Taking both jars in hand, he smiles and pours them over the edge of the parapet. Black sand falls from inside, turning into scattering of sand as it falls, seems to disappear halfway down the side of this wall. The half-orc wizard does the same, pouring his jars down over the side. The dust seems to scatter in the wind and become nothing, but it pours nonetheless. Down below, on the grass, at the edge of the castle, the grass smashes down as two footprints, and then another set of footprints appears, and then another, and another. And now these footprints seem to be walking. And then one of them becomes a hand that presses down on the grass. And you can see these little hands, feet move along as four of them crawl towards the edges of town. As they reach the edge of town, you can see the grass, this tall grass that sits about 5 feet high, starts to part and move as these four individuals, invisible, pass through the grass and deeper into the woods. The human man turns to his half-orc companion. We have done our part. What happens now is out of our control. He steeples his fingers and walks back down towards the steps, a smile on his face. Guess we'll have to see what happens.